I just saw Penny running. I know that she's up to something, so I'm just gonna follow her. I'm gonna sneak and she won't even know that I was there.
Okay, I'm here because I want to show you, I'm going to be sharing these backgrounds with you eventually. But there's a new thing that I was thinking about is when it comes to windows and doors and entrances to places. So I have these parts of a palace, okay, that's the interior of a palace. And as we can see, like this one right here, this image, we have three windows and we have one door. So I was thinking about making these windows transparent and using them for an effect in which you have an avatar like walking in the outside, okay? Because we're looking at the inside of the palace. So now we want to be looking at the avatar walking in the outside of the palace, okay? So of course the windows, they have to be kind of transparent, and that's what I'm gonna work on. I have an idea. I don't know if it's gonna work because, like I said before, I'm not a CTA user, but I'm gonna try it, and I'm gonna be doing this tutorial right now because if it works, I don't want to be trying to do it again because it's gonna be like working two times. So I'm just gonna be coming back and forth, and I'm gonna be showing you the progress and whether it works or if it didn't work. I'll be right back. Okay, one of the first things we're gonna do is to drop the image into whatever editor you have for pictures. So I have Adobe Photoshop version CS6. It's an old version. I'm very comfortable with using that version. So I'm gonna just drag and drop the image into my Adobe Photoshop. What I'm gonna be doing right now is I'm gonna be cutting the windows, and I'm gonna be cutting the door as well. Okay, and I'll be right back once I do that because I don't want to be showing you, all the steps. Um, if you already know how to use Adobe Photoshop or Adobe Illustrator or something else, of your like, just go ahead and open your editor and start doing the same thing. Just cut the windows. That's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna put them as separate elements, and I'm not gonna cut the entire window. I'm just gonna cut whatever is the window, the crystal. Okay, that's what I'm gonna be cutting, and I'll be right back once I'm done. So once you cut the element, which is just the window, the crystal part, I'm just gonna copy and paste that part into a new document, and I'm gonna save it. So once you cut, you save it into a different document. You increase a little bit the canvas size if you're using Adobe Photoshop CS6, and then we're gonna save this document. So we're gonna save this. Let's go ahead and save as, and we're gonna save it as a PSD document, Adobe Photoshop document. And in my case, I'm gonna put a window or windows, I should say. Um, PSD, or yeah, PSD Windows. Okay, and the reason why I'm gonna put Windows is because I'm gonna put all three windows in the same document, but I'm gonna save them separately. So I'm gonna say yes, and I'm gonna save the image. We're gonna save as, that's the first window, and we're gonna save it as a PNG, so that is a transparent document. Windows, and then we're just gonna call it Windows 1. Oops. Okay, Windows 1, and we want to put that as this. Okay, that's the first one. So I'm gonna be doing the same process for the other two, and I'm gonna drop those as a prop, and I'll be right back. Very well. So I copied and pasted all the other two windows that were remaining into the same document, and you can see over here I have the different layers. Okay, so I'm gonna hide this layer for the second window, the one at the top, and I'm gonna save that. And we're gonna save it as a PNG, but this is gonna be window 2, and I'm gonna amplify this. So we'll go here and find the PNG format, and that's going to be Windows 2. Okay. It is saved, and now we're gonna hide that one and appear the last one, the one at the very top, which is this one right here. File, save as, and Windows, and this is, I know it's not a JPEG, I'm sorry, it's gonna be a PNG because it's gotta be transparent. If I save as a JPEG, it's not gonna be transparent. So Windows and 3. So I have my 3 windows. I'm just gonna do this one more time. So when I open the document, okay, I'm gonna open that window right here. So I have the 3 windows, okay, window 1, window 2, window 3. And I have my PSD document, and I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna share this file with you so that you can have it, because I'm gonna share the background, and I want you to have the entire background, you know, with all the work done. So that's a save only. And I'm done with the windows. Now I'm gonna go do the door. I'll be right back. Now we're gonna do a transparent background for the windows and the door. And as you can see, I copied and pasted the background. Okay, I already deleted the door and I made a transparent background, but I kept a copy of the original picture, which is this one right here, or the original drawing. Okay, so what I'm gonna be doing is now cutting the windows from that transparent from the picture itself, and I can do a transparent background for each of the windows as well. And I'll be right back once I'm done with that. I'll show you the end result. Okay, pretty much this is the end result. So I have the 3 windows with a transparent background, and I have the door with a transparent background. So I'm going to be sharing this. I'm going to save this as Interior Palace, and I'm going to probably say Interior Palace 1, so that everything goes into one package. I'm going to call the windows the same. Interior Palace, maybe Interior Palace A, I'm going to call it. I'll be right back once I'm done. And then I'm going to start dropping all the elements into my CTA program and start making a scene. I'll be right back. Very well. Now, as you can see, I have all the elements that I wanted. I called it Interior Palace. And I'm going to start dropping all the elements into my cartoon animator. As a prop, I'm going to put him as a prop. And I'm just going to move it right there. And I'm going to drop the first, well, I'm going to drop the door as a prop as well. We're going to resize the door. We're going to move it where it's supposed to go right here. Okay, so it's I think that's all right. The first window, I can change the place of the window because now they don't have a particular place to be at. Now this is what I wanted to do. Okay, so I'm gonna put the first window right here, and we're gonna go to the opacity over here, and we're gonna change the opacity of the window. So let's go, let's see how that's gonna look like. I don't even know if it's gonna look all right. Let's see, opacity is at 100, so we're gonna put the opacity to a 70 maybe. And that's transparent already. Okay, I can lower the opacity a little bit more, not too much, because we don't want the frame of the window to be transparent as well, but we're gonna make it something that's decent. Okay, probably something like that. Okay, I'm gonna leave it as at 60, and then we're gonna put an avatar behind to see how that's gonna look like. Okay, that's one of the windows. And you know what, I'm gonna move them around because I have 2 windows that are very clear, like yellow per se. So I'm gonna put this one right here, and the opacity has to be at 60 as well. There you go. And the last one. Let's see. That's okay. This one right here. I can even put the same kind of windows, you know, for all three of them instead of having three different kinds of windows. Okay. Oh, come on. There you go. Something like that. And the opacity has to be at 60. Very well. Now I'm gonna drop an avatar and we're gonna work on this background, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, now I dropped two actors and they are both inside right now, but the other one, the one that's an adult, this one is the adult. It's gonna look a little bit smaller or not as tall as the one inside because in regards to perspective. So this one we're gonna move at the back right there, you see? And we can see that it's already transparent. You can actually see the avatar. If you don't like how this looks like, well, just go and select the window. We're gonna go over here to the right panel, and at the bottom it's the scene manager, and we're gonna see which window is that is number 3. We can change the opacity of the window to something we like. I like it like that, you know, because it's a window and it has a color. And actually, when you see people through a colored window, they actually look like that, you know. But just for the sake of making it look a little bit more, into the scene, we're gonna change that to a 40, maybe. Let's try a 40. I hope it's not too transparent. Okay, a 40, I think it's okay. It's losing the color of the window itself, and that's what I didn't want to do. That's the reason why I didn't want a 40, maybe a 50. Okay, so 50, I think a 50 is okay. And we're gonna change the other ones as well, the other two windows. We're gonna select both windows to see if we can do this at the same time. The opacity at 50 for both windows, and we actually did it. Okay, yeah, so we can select all three windows and then change opacity for all of them at the same time. And we're gonna select our avatar, the one that's outside. We're gonna move it around just to see how it looks like in each window, you see? And that's how you make a transparent background. So it did work. I had no idea it was gonna work because, like I said before, I'm not a CTA user, but now I'm gonna be sharing this scene. It's a scene. I'm gonna be sharing this scene with you so that you have it available for you and for your animations. Okay, guys, I'm gonna add something else to this tutorial, and that's also that we can add another background to the back so that we can actually populate the back and give it like a panorama, okay? Whether it is like a field or whether it's like a garden, you know, or you know, maybe a fountain or something. In this case, I'm just gonna put a landscape, and I'm just gonna choose one of the landscapes over here, and I already found a couple. I think I like this one with the lake, so I'm gonna drop it, and I'm gonna drop it as a prop. We are going to rescale this. Okay, something that covers that. Okay, I don't want it to be that big, so we're gonna rescale this again. I'll be right back, okay? Okay, I rescaled the background. Well, actually it's not a background, but the picture, and I'm gonna put it as a background. So I'm gonna use and that's the one that I want to move to the back. So as you can see, I'm moving it to the back, and because we have a door over here and we want to make sure that it's gonna also be covering this part of the door, we're gonna move it like this because that's pretty much how it's gonna look like. Okay, so we already have a background, and it's behind also the other avatar, and that's the way we're gonna populate this. Okay, I just wanted to give you other ideas, you know, And remember that this works with layers, and I want to show you where the opacity is, because I didn't show you last time. I didn't say where it was. It's at the top, the opacity right here, at the top. You can see it right here. Okay. But there's also something else, which is this little thing right here, which is the one that allows you to see how, you know, it is a two-dimensional. I said in one tutorial that it was a three-dimensional. It's a two-dimensional. Okay, so you press that over here, and it's going to change everything. And then you're just going to pan, and let me see. Oh, this one right here. I think that's the one. Yeah, there you go. So you're going to press this one right here. Let me show you. I'm going to magnify this. So you're going to be pressing that over here, the one that is close to the PS, because that's my editor, and that's why it's right here. So it's going to be this one right here and this one, the circle, and the one that's a circle is going to show you the two dimensions, so that you can actually pan around and you can move the elements from a different perspective. Okay, so if I choose this one right here, you know, okay, I can choose it over here if I can. If I cannot, I just go to the right panel, and then I just choose the actor or whatever element I want to move, and then I can move the element. Okay, and you know, like this one, I can move it forward or backward, you know, depending how I want it. I can move it to the side as well if I wanted to. Okay, and then I can just go ahead and pan around and see where that's going to be at. Okay, in my scene. If it's not showing in my scene and I want it to be showing in my scene, it's going to be like that, right there, you know. If I want to get out of here, I'm just going to go here, and I'm going to press this. It looks like a fan or something. I don't even know how to say it. You know, it's just the icon. It's kind of weird. So I just press that, and I'm back to my scene, to my original scene, you know, and then I can just move the character from here as well. Okay. Well, with this, I finished this tutorial finally. Thank you for watching.